That slip. Now this will be massively challenging here for Darren Sammy to come in against spin. That was on, Darren. On to come in and go boom. So what do you think of this, Mr. Budry?
Yeah, they would have wanted that to go over the boundary. The St. Lucia Zooks, TRINBAGO Night Riders, they'll be happy that they saw the back of Mohamed Nabi. Slip in position, back pad, pressure on.
Jack could see that it's out of here. Holy heck. Second ball. Captain has come to the party.
Yeah, googly in the slot from Fawad Ahmed. And Darren Sammy needs no second invitation to swing through the line of that one. That's his favorite shot. Over wide, long on. Rose back into the stands from Darren Sammy, so his confidence will be boosted and buoyed by that magnificent blow.
Last one. Nice little good. Pollard, get past me if you can. Oh, brilliant. 15 done. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Watch cricket on the go. Your favorite sport. Anytime, anywhere. Watch all the cricket on www.willow.tv on all digital devices for free as part of your TV subscription. Watch all cricket matches on Television Plus digital devices.
Wicket stumbling. After 10 overs, the Zooks had only lost 2 wickets, now 5. And 5 key players. If ever there was a time for Darren Sammy to step forward with the bat for his team, it's now. I think that was a chance, Tom Moody.
Certainly wasn't. A good start for Sammy though, and you're quite right. He's been brilliant with his leadership, and now if he can add to that with a score to have an impact in this innings, it will be so valuable for the Zooks. He has had a lean time with bat, been floating down at that number 7 position, times even number 8. So he hasn't had many balls to face, but he hasn't fired as of yet. Zadran on strike.
Underscores the point about T20 cricket. You can play the first half of an innings quite well, and in the space of 5 overs things can change for the opposite. Different complexion this game now. Zooks very dominant in those first 10 overs. Knight Riders clawing their way back into this game.
Well, the 3 key wickets for mine were Fletcher, Chase and Nabi, all caught in the outfield, all looking for hero maximums. And I just wonder whether any of those shots were necessary at that particular point, particularly Mohamed Nabi. Only been in for a couple of balls. It's a big ask to be able to launch one over a deep fielder when you're just new to the wicket. So I think, I'm sure, put it this way, he'll be sitting in the dugout reflecting, probably pushed the button too early here. I should have just knocked it around for 6 to 8 balls and got run a ball and then press the button on the onslaught.
This Darren Sammy scene, team has done them proud. St. Lucia, beautiful island. The pitons, very prominent. Beautiful beaches. Lots of things to do. If you're a tourist, lots of people go there for their honeymoon. Beautiful tourist destination. Water sport, adventure. back live. I guess when you look at the Zooks and what they've achieved, haven't really had that standout power play at the back end of the innings. Mohamed Nabi, to a lesser extent, he's done that and played that role. And before the start of this tournament, you expected that Darren Sammy will also support in that role.
They've still got the personnel, haven't they? Two at the crease are very capable finishers. And Javel Glenn is also a good striker of the ball, and so is Scott Kugelheim.
Just threw his bat at this one. Will get 4. Witton off of pace on that ball, and that's a good approach by Zadran.
Well, Ali Khan was looking for that wide full delivery, and he's got the protection, deep backward point, deep cover and a deep mid off for it, but Zadran just getting the face of the bat open enough so he could get it fine, which challenged the deep backward point. Two outfielders on the leg side, a deep mid wicket and a deep mid on, so with Ali Khan bowling round the wicket, he's looking to hit about 1 foot to 2 foot outside that off stump.
Play on the miss. Just searching for that ball, angling into him. Zadran has the ability for it to tail away from the left-hander.
He'll also have in the back of his mind, Najibullah Zadran, that there is a short ball potentially coming, because that has been an area that fast bowlers have targeted. So around about his chest to his right shoulder, it's something that Ali Khan will be thinking, if I can get one there, could be a wicket opportunity.
Finds the fielder. 2 dot deliveries to end the over. This is quite good by the Knight Riders. 129 for 5.
This is Kate. Hey. She takes 2 prescriptions. Kate's son Jack takes 1 too. Kate works hard and thought she had good insurance, but she still pays too much. That's no good. So Kate downloaded the GoodRx app. Now she can compare prescription prices to find the best discounts. She even beats her insurance price. Good for you, Kate. Good for you. GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
Come on, let's see where we are, boys.
6 options already used by Karen Pollard. No Dwayne Bravo, as mentioned previously. Slower deliveries at the back end of the innings, so effective and crucial to the success of this Knight Riders team.
Are you surprised that the Bravo hasn't bowled yet?
I am very much surprised. Not quite sure what the issue is, but I'm sure it's a disadvantage to the Knight Riders to not have his services with the ball.
Do you want 5 in?
Akil Hussain with the ball. Pollard trying to get his field placing right. Bravo still in that first slip position, assisting. Important for senior players to all contribute towards decision making in T20 cricket. We've seen that with the Zooks, here with the Knight Riders. Bravo sharing his experience.
Keep going, lads. Keep going there, boys.
A bit of indecision. Simmons was going back into that sweeper fence. Now he's inside the 30-yard circle at point.
Oh, boys. Lovely. Lovely, lads. Lovely, lads.
It's beautifully bowled by Akil Hussain. Just angling into the right-handed Sammy.
High in the air. Missed time. Fielder settles. Doesn't take it. Ali Khan. Never looked confident for this opportunity. Maybe the glare as well.
He's certainly indicating that the sun was an issue, but he was never balanced at all under this ball. It didn't go that far. He's chipped this at around about the 30-yard circle. He's all over the place. He's got his sunglasses on his hat. Maybe they need to be on his eyes.
Hasn't been the best showing by the Knight Riders on the field. Bravo, Darren, that is. Has been exceptional. 2 catches on the boundary line. And the indecision continues between Bravo and Pollard. Change in the field for the left-hander now.
Keep going, lads. Here we are, boys. Come on, lads.
Long off, fielder at point, deep on the boundary. That's beautiful. That's powered for hero maximum. Where does he get the power, Zadran?
This is a special shot, really is. Yes, it was a rank short ball sitting up wide of off stump, but just the hands through the ball are so quick from Zadran. He manages to slap it over extra cover, and it carries all the way for the 350th hero maximum of the tournament.
Keep going, lads. Keep going, boys. Come on here, boys.
Bravo shifting from that mid-wicket position into extra cover.
Oh.
Didn't make contact on this occasion. He was aiming for that leg side boundary. Zadran.
Keep going here, lads. Come on, boys.
Leg by signaled.
Come on, lads. Come on, boys. Keep going, lads.
Yeah, it's his preferred shot, really, is that sweep slog over mid-wicket.
Keep going, lads. Come on, boys. Keep going here.
That's why Akil Hossain started from round the wicket, trying to bowl very much to his leg stump. Now what can Sammy do with the ball turning away?
That's out. It was straight. Was a heavy offside feel, and you'd think that the line might be outside the off stump. Hussain goes straight and gets his man.
They push through this delivery, 92 kilometres an hour, angling in. Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled, just beating the inside edge, catching Sammy on the front pad. And it would have cannoned into the stumps, all 3 of them. So Sammy's stay was brief. He goes for 8. It's 137 for 6.
My name is Melissa and I am a new mother. So my husband and I had talked about getting life insurance with the expansion of our family. The folks at Policy Genius were very helpful and we were able to apply together. By choosing Policy Genius, we were able to compare many different policies in a very short amount of time. In addition, we were able to get all of our questions answered. They were able to kind of navigate me to the right policy. My husband and I feel very much at ease now that we know that our family is taken care of.
Boys. Here we are, right, lads. Here we are. Middle number. That's middle. That's all, sir.
Character shown by this Knight Riders team was under the pump in the first 10 overs. Now just seizing more and more control of the innings. Javel Glenn
Come on, lads.
with the opportunity. Eight and a single. 9 from the over, 17 gone, 138 for 6.
Yeah, you looking at the best. Yeah, you're looking at number 1. I gotta tell him, gotta tell him, gotta tell him. Yeah, you looking at yo, no cap, do that. Cause when the B's to the knees, like 100 degrees, it's the B to the EST.
If you own a business that has been affected by coronavirus, you need financial backing.
Getting funding during the COVID-19 pandemic was pretty hard, but when I went back to Biz2 Credit, it was just like there was no pandemic at all.
Visit biz2credit.com today.
No skyscrapers just yet. Darren Sammy and the Zooks will want a few of that to finish the innings. Sammy had the chance, but nowhere close to that one. Line straight and adjacent. No big challenge for the umpire. Lots of fans celebrating as well. Fans looking on at this Hero CPL final on the Sportsmax app. This is where the Zooks are at the moment, 138 for 6. Two lefties now at the crease for the Zooks. Two of the better strikers of the cricket ball.
And it's the only reason that Raza's come back into the attack. You wouldn't expect Raza to be bowling in the last 3 to 4 overs because there's a little turn in this wicket and there's two left-handers at the crease. Pollard feels this is the right matchup.
Tugs this one. Gets all of it a little bit straighter. Covers any turn on offer. And strikes a boundary early in his innings. Javel Glenn.
Even so, this is the right matchup. There's still a lot of risk attached to it, particularly given the players know they've got to press the button at this stage.
And again, a couple runs. Very important for the Zooks.
Raza's confidence would have been knocked after that first over. He went for 18 in that first over, so that'll be very much in the back of his mind, trying to claw back his figures.
Straight and hard. So the Zooks, every delivery looking for that boundary, looking to put pressure, add to their total. You know how powerful this Knight Riders batting lineup is, so going to try and get an unassailable total if they can. Slight adjustment to the field. Just one. Lots of options for you playing Dream 11 Fantasy League. Two really good teams on show in this Hero CPL final. Log on to dream11.com. Download the app. Oh. 10 from the over, 148 for 6.
Hiring is challenging, especially for key roles.
Finding the right people is a very difficult task. ZipRecruiter finds us the best people for the job. They sent my jobs to the top job sites and found people with the right skills and experience. We've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/race.
No Bravo in this bowling lineup, probably playing as a batsman. Might be an issue with him. Surely contributed on the field in terms of the decision making, the field placing alongside Karen Pollard.
What's out of responsibility to the captain, isn't it? Corin Pollard's got to step up and complete his 4 overs, but I suppose more importantly, bowl this one critical over, which Bravo is normally in control of, and more often than not, he nails it with his Yorkers and his variations. So Pollard's already been impressive with ball, got 2 wickets to his name, just the 24 off the 3 overs he's bowled. And he has bowled more and more as this tournament's unfolded. Didn't see him bowling a lot in the early parts, but we've seen him bowl more and more. He's had to recover from knee injuries. He hasn't bowled as much as he has done in the early parts of his career.
Talk about bowling. Pollard adds another one. Another wicket to his list of 6. Goes to 7 now. And it's crucial at this stage of the innings, just denting this Zooks batting lineup further.
Change of pace again was the undoing for Glenn. Pollard full of experience, just the off cutter, holding in the wicket. Glenn looking to launch it down the ground and just getting a top edge. Glenn goes for 9 off 7. It's 148 for 7.
I'm Paul, and I am a nurse educator for a pharmaceutical company. Started with working with Policy Genius to figure out what plan would work for me, and if it was true that I was paying too much. What I was paying, I thought was great for what I was getting, and then once I signed up with Policy Genius, I realized I'm getting more coverage for less. Working with Policy Genius, I saved about 20%. Not only did I save 20%, but I got extra coverage. It just feels like I could take a deep breath and...
Last encounter with the Zooks. Already 3 wickets to him in this contest. Stepping forward, showing that he's got variation. Helped with the fact that Glenn was hitting across the line of the ball. Still a good total by the Zooks, and they still have the opportunity to finish the innings with a flourish. No Dwayne Bravo with the ball. That's an added incentive. When you take into consideration that Sunil Narain is not in the Knight Riders 11 for today's contest. It's a big boost for any opposition team. Picked up, doesn't have the distance, a man settles and another wicket for Pollard. Make that
4. A lot of airtime with this pickup shot. It looked initially off the bat it was going to carry for 6. Najibullah Zadran going to his favoured side, the leg side. But because of the lack of pace from Pollard, he couldn't get it to the boundary. And Raza making no error at deep backward square. Eldorado celebration for Pollard. Zadran goes for 24. It's 149 for 8.
Piece of the ball yet again from Pollard. Brings up the 150 for the Zooks.
Scott Kugelheim getting off strike, very first ball. He's handy down the order. He can hit some hefty blows. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice from the Zooks point of view if he just latches on to 2 or 3 here just to put the icing on the cake. Here's Rick Williams on strike.
This might just be another wicket. Fielder settles, doesn't get there. Carey Pear was running around, so too Darren Bravo. Pollard clearly disappointed.
Perfectly pitched into the middle of the 2 deep fielders on the leg side. Carey Pierre just had too much to do, coming from square deep mid-wicket. Bravo positioned at straight mid-on, so both had equal distances to run.
Importantly for the Zooks, they ran 3. Add 3 to the total. Might just be a couple runs. Indecision, run out. Good work by the Knight Riders. Tian Webster doing the fielding and Pollard effecting the run out.
It's only a brief partnership, but during this partnership, every time this pair ran, there was hesitation. From the very first ball, when Kugelheim got off strike, to the very last ball. They're all over the place. What is it with bowlers and running between the wickets? Really? It's not that hard, Ian Bishop. Williams goes for 3. It's 154 for 9.
Personal Capital wants to know, do you have a plan for your finances?
I have a plan for retirement.
For college savings?
For investing?
I can see all of my accounts and my investments.
All my investments and more in one place.
I feel good about my finances. Finally. Download the free Personal Capital app today. You can feel good about your finances, and Personal Capital is here to help. Visit personalcapital.com today.
This innings has ebbed and flowed. Zaheer Khan, the last batsman for the Zooks. Wicket stumbling for minimal runs. Must give credit to the Knight Riders for the character shown. Pollard in particular with the ball, exceptional. Ali Khan, last delivery, goes full and Castle. Well, the Knight Riders, they've roared back into this contest. Just when you felt that Zooks would capitalize on a full complement of 20 overs, they bowled out.
Well, the perfect finish for TKR. They've clawed their way back into this contest. It looked at one point the Zooks were going to get around the 170, 180 mark, and perfect delivery from Ali Khan. It's where you need to be bowling to number 11. And there it is, the El Dorado celebration taking off the Zooks trademark celebration. Just wonder whether that was intended or not.
It's been an innings of 2 halves, so to speak. First half dominating by the Zooks, and then the Knight Riders, Karen Pollard and his bowlers, getting into the thick of things and recognizing the importance of containing the opposition and getting wickets. They've done very well, the Knight Riders. Zooks 154 would feel that they're short of what could have been achieved. 79 for 2 after the first 10. Only managed to produce 154. There are lots of starts in the innings. Dial and Fletcher had an excellent partnership. One with 67. And then starts from Chase, Zadran, you felt had to bat deeper for them to get a higher total. In the end, the Knight Riders, well, they were able to bowl out the Zooks. with just 154. That 67-run partnership I spoke about being the most significant between Fletcher and DL. And after that, 26 and 20.
Two wickets for Ali Khan, two Yorkers, too bold for him. Pollard quite brilliant, stepping up in the absence of Bravo, picking up 4 for 30 off his 4 overs. 2 for 22 for Fawad Ahmed. A good all-round bowling performance from TKR.
Let's go down to Alex Jordan.
Well, Tom Moody just said it. 2 for 22 off his 3 overs and some crucial wickets. I'm with Fawad Ahmed. Fawad, it was 77 for 1 when you took Mark Dial's wicket. What were you thinking? Because the pressure was building there.
No, it was a lot of pressure they took us under. In the start, I think they batted really well, especially Andre Fletcher and Mark Dial. They had a really good partnership. And I just came in, try to, breathe out, relax, and just ball by ball. I think we have been talking a lot, played a lot of all the games almost, and I was thinking just to pitch the ball in the right area, regardless of the pace, regardless of the variation or anything, I just wanted to pitch at the right area, because the wickets they're pretty good to bat, but once you are bowling really full, but if you are bowling with the good length, there's always something happening. So I just hold my nerve, and I think got lucky 2 wickets, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, in terms of the surface, can you tell them how much bounce, how much turn you're getting?
Yeah, pretty good bounce. I think the wicket's still pretty good. Nothing much unless you play silly shots, But yeah, once you have such a really good, partnership in the start, and I think it's better you go a little bit, easier in the middle overs, and you take it deeper. So I think that's where they lacked. I think they lost a lot of wickets. I think in the last 10 overs they lost all the wickets, and that's where we dominated.
Just really quickly, Dwayne Bravo, surprising.
I think he has some problem with his knee in the last game, and we were just saving him. I thought if we are struggling, he can come and bowl. I think, but we finished nicely. They couldn't finish the 20 overs, 5 balls, and they spared the 5 balls. So yeah, pretty good finish for us.
Yeah, you bowled them out. You didn't need him. Well done, Fawad Ahmed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex Jordan. Reason for Dwayne Bravo not featuring with the ball for the Knight Riders. The Digicel highlights bundle for this grand finale. St. Lucia Zooks sent into bat first. The big figure of Rakeem Cornwall and Mark Dale started things off. Cornwall with that sweep across the line, trying to counter the spin from Akil Hussain. That was a fortuitous boundary flying through the slip region. And Ali Khan went full and straight and got his man. A good partnership developed between Andre Fletcher and Mark Dial, and started to put a lot of pressure on the Knight Riders bowlers. Dial in particular was timing the ball, making the right decisions. That was a gorgeous stroke over cover for Hero Maximum. Then another followed. Fletcher looked like he was switched on and was setting himself for bigger things. And the Zooks, they were in firm control of the innings at this stage. Boundaries kept coming through the offside, through the onside. That was gorgeous from Dial. That went for a Hero Maximum in that mid-wicket region off the bowling of Karen Pollard. And then Lady Luck was on Dial's side. He was dropped by Carrie Pear, and then the next delivery, edging, caught behind. He had to depart. Roston Chase was sent in to do the job of repairing the innings and maintaining the tempo. But Bravo took a brilliant catch to get rid of Fletcher. That brought Zadran to the crease. Both himself and Roston Chase had a nice little partnership of 26. before the slower ball by Pollard got the better of Chase. He departed. And Nabi straight after, going for the hero maximum, fell to Fawaz Ahmed. A good catch by Bravo. Zadran had to stand tall to finish the innings. Got a boundary on that occasion. That's a powerful strike that went for a hero maximum over the extra cover region. Sammy didn't last too long. He was a judge, LBW. Javel Glenn got a boundary early on and miscued this one. Pollard in the wickets, getting another, the important one of Zadran, and the captain of the Night Riders was in firm control. This was a good piece of work by Tian Webster and Pollard, getting rid of Kesrick Williams, and the final nail on the coffin. Yorker by Ali Khan just to close the innings. The Zooks bowled out for 154 in the first innings of this final. The Bet daily innings break. As we look forward to the second half of this contest, the Night Riders will need 155 runs to win. If they are to do that, we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm Antonio Garcia and I'm from San Jose, California. Policy Genius saved me a lot of time. Going onto the website, first of all, it was very intuitive, very user-friendly. The customer service and the price was phenomenal. Policy Genius recommended that I bundle up my home and my auto and merge the two. That's where I was able to really reap the benefits. I saved about $800 in comparison to my other insurance company. Take a few minutes out of your day and give Policy Genius a shot.
Investors want cash flow? NRIA is making an accommodation. We're extending higher than normal 10% monthly electronic payouts right now from our real estate-backed Class A Buildings Fund. You'll receive steady 10% monthly payments and total returns targeted with bonus at 18 to 21% annualized. NRIA's 14-year track record and $1.2 billion of new construction development backs you. Get 10% monthly electronic cash flow right now. Call 201-210-2727.
मनोरंजन पर 2020 ने उठाया प्रश्न, देंगे उत्तर, मनाते हुए जश्न, अब सीन पलटेगा, क्योंकि बिग बॉस देंगे 2020 को जवाब।
If you own a business that has been affected by coronavirus, you need financial backing.
Getting funding during the COVID-19 pandemic was pretty hard, but when I went back to Biz2 Credit, it was just like there was no pandemic at all.
Visit biz2credit.com today.
We're ready to rumble. This is amazing. They're rolling on their beam garden. Boy, he's got back to punt. A victory they needed and a victory they got. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Dream 11 IPL starts 19th September live on Willow. Presented by Ardip, world's leading insights, ratings and analysis provider. In association with Policy Genius, shop the market and get life insurance right.
Let me tell you about cricket. It's not just the poster on your wall. Cricket is the fingers you break, the sacrifices you make. This is the game we play. It's what we do. 100% cricket.
How we play.
It was an innings of two halves between the Zooks and the Knight Riders. Fletcher and Dale were brilliant up front. But then the Knight Riders fought back. Excellence of Karen Pollard coming to the fore with a little bit of help from a few friends. Still though, the Zooks have managed to put a very competitive total on the board here in the big final of Hero CPL 2020. 154 bowled out in 19 overs and 1 delivery. 29 to Dale, 39 to Fletcher, 22 for Chase and 24 to Najibullah Zadran. Pollard, brilliant, 4 for 13. No Dwayne Bravo with the ball today, which was a surprise. 2 for Forward and 2 for Ali Khan as well. So in this final, TKR will need 155. The Zooks needing to defend that for their first ever PPL Hero CPL win. Let's go down to Alex Jordan.
Yeah, well, as you just said, Bish, 154 was the number the St. Lucia Zooks put on the board. Would you at home have guessed that number? Well, Hero has had a competition running throughout the tournament called Guess the Score, and you've been guessing in your numbers. And today we have a presentation. The winner will win a Hero hunk, and they will also win some lessons, and most importantly, perhaps, they'll win one of these, a helmet. You may need it. Don't worry if you don't win it today. Carib hampers for the rest of the finalists, but you want the big prize, don't you? Big thanks to Hero in their 6th year of sponsoring the CPL. It's magical and wonderful tournament, and this person today is going to get a Hero hunk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Villafana Diaz has won herself a Hero hunk. She's won some lessons and she's won a helmet. Congratulations to her, and thank you to all of you for getting so involved and engaged with the tournament. We are very excited here and anticipating an exciting run chase up next.
Very thankful to the sponsors of Hero CPL over the years, and to those who have been long-standing and long-serving, bringing us this tournament, and particularly behind closed doors post-pandemic. It has taken a significant effort by all concerned. The culmination of this 2020 season, Lendell Simmons, with all his experience, really good knock in the last game. It was as confident as you would have seen him. And the less experienced Tion Webster also played a good hand in the semi-final victory over Talawas. Samuel Badri, this man has been outstanding.
Throughout the tournament, he's been really good for the St. Lucia Zooks. His adaptability has been brilliant. They need him to get early wickets in this final match of the Hero CPL 2020. St. Lucia Zooks have defended scores, low scores before. They need to defend here today in the grand finale.
Let's play.
16 wickets for Scott Kugelheim this season, and he does get these early breakthroughs. 2 slips in place. 4 runs. Not far from Zahir Khan at short fine leg.
Yeah, a little bit too straight from Scott Kugelheim first delivery, and just helped along its way from Lendell Simmons, confident from his last knock unbeaten in that 10-wicket victory. Seems to be switched on for this final, Lendell Simmons.
Kugelheim will be hoping for a little bit of swing away from the right-hander with on the wing. Highest successful run chase in the history of Hero CPL finals. 150 for 2 in 2018, right here at the Brian Lara Academy. TKR versus the Amazon Warriors. Inadvertent. Just wonder if it's straightened. Perhaps a good run refused by Simmons then. Just wonder if it's straightened. Just held its line to Simmons.
2 slips in place just for this delivery. This sort of delivery that leaves the right-hander leading edge. Could have gone anywhere. Fortunately for Lindell Simmons, it went along the wrong in the gap. And just some information being passed between these two in terms of what the ball is doing, what sort Kugelijn is doing, and that communication is always key.
It's where Tian Webster will be tested here. His biggest game of his Hero CPL career, and whether he can slow things down in his own mind and not feel rushed by this quality bowler. Good single. That'll be key. As I've mentioned before, these two teams have the lowest dot ball percentage, which means they rotate strike better than most, and that'll help them to take off, as the El Dorado Skycam shows the way and the example. Will he come early? Wow. I know a few people I'd like to put on that drone and get them out of the stadium. One director, one producer. I saw Dwayne Bravo with pads on, and I've been an advocate of his batting playing a bigger role in what he does. He's obviously incapacitated. He did not bowl. In last year's IPL, he played some critical cameos to help the Chennai Super King get to the final. Of course, we always remember he started international cricket as a batsman who bowled a bit. Dropped it. Again, it's that shape, and Webster lost his positioning. 7 without loss.
My name is Melissa, and I am a new mother. So my husband and I had talked about getting life insurance with the expansion of our family. The folks at Policy Genius were very helpful, and we were able to apply together. By choosing Policy Genius, we were able to compare many different policies in a very short amount of time. In addition, we were able to get all of our questions answered. They were able to kind of navigate me to the right policy. My husband and I feel very much at ease now that we know that our family is taken care of.
Kugelijn.
Great start here, Nabi. Great start here, Nab. Coming right down over.
Two really good imports to Hero CPL. We've had so many fantastic overseas players. Given the limitations placed by the pandemic, Kugelijn and Mujib have been outstanding. Imran Tahir consistent as always. And Nabi. Here's Nabi, watch for the outswing. Good run.
So whilst the St. Lucia Zooks will be looking for early wickets, the TRINBAGO Night Riders on the other hand will be looking for a partnership. Most at the top of the innings in a run chase. If you can get an early partnership upwards of 40, maybe 50, it really sets you up, it sets that platform for the rest of the innings. Tian Webster has shown the appetite for giving himself room and scoring freely to the offside already in this tournament.
Yes, Sammy. That's about it. That's That's it.
The swing on that one.
Let's go with him.
You can
Let's
sense
go with him.
Tion Webster getting itchy. He's got to remember he's got so much power coming behind him. No need to rush if it's not there. Gets that in the gap and gets a boundary.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Taking on the fielder in the deep. Getting it in the gap was the most important thing. A little bit too full perhaps from Mohamed Nabi. And hitting with the angle, with the turn. And he's very confident, Tion Webster. 2 unbeaten 40s in his previous 2 matches. And hitting the winning runs in that semi-final, so he's buoyed.
Well done, Nabi. Well done, Nabi.
Just lost his shape on that. I think he knows it as well. Lost his shape and could easily have just opened the face and looked to hit the gap. That grip, it spun.
A good delivery from the guileful Mohamed Nabi. Slower, much slower. End of 2 overs, 13 without loss.
If I want better rates, my deposits take up to 5 days to reach India. But if I want fast transfers, I have to settle for lesser rates? That's a bad compromise. Phirki le rahe ho kya? Switch to Zoom so you don't have to compromise. Only Zoom gives you the perfect combo of Fatafat Zoom fast bank deposits and amazing rates. Download the Zoom app today. No one gets your bank deposits to India faster than Zoom.
3 right-handers slated on this batting lineup. That is subject to change. We saw Dwayne Bravo with pads on. He didn't bowl, so playing as a batsman today.
Let's start here, Chase. Let's start here, Chase.
Roston Chase with a deep mid-wicket and long on.
And another opportunity here for these two, Lyndall Simmons and Tion Webster. Talk about success being achieved when hard work meets opportunity.
Come on, Lyndall Simmons. Come on, seriously. That's 2 singles that have been refused because you're not in an athletic position at the non-striker's end. That's 1.5.
That's the energy.
Loud shot from Andrew Fletcher, but no support in front of the wicket from the bowler. Certainly, the umpire would not have heard anything as well. But it just goes to show, Bish, that single, whenever you refuse it, something happens the next delivery, and it puts pressure on the younger, less experienced Tion Webster.
Well, it could be the end of him. And if you reflect on that single refused, it's a Republic Bank classic, and you go back to the refusal of runs and the end result that can happen.
Wonderful start here for the St. Lucia Zooks. That man Roston Chase again, his smarts and his cunningness coming to the fore. Good catch, don't discount that. From Kesrick Williams, a Republic Bank classic catch and an Eldorado celebration. Tion Webster, the first wicket to go for the Knight Riders for 5, 13 for 1.
Let's be ready here, guys. Let's be ready, huh?
Tim Seifert, Kiwi International.
Tim Seifert comes to the crease, averaging just about 26 this season. High score of 39, and he's in a key role at the non-strikers end though.
Hey, that's it, Jesse, boy.
The loss of an early wicket always sets you back. Tion Webster, not in control of that by any stretch of the imagination. And that brought about his demise. Ian Bishop mentioned just taking your time, slowing it down. Wasn't the case.
Two of those were refused in the previous 5 deliveries. Excellent over from Chase, 14 for 1.
If you own a business that has been affected by coronavirus, you need financial backing.
Getting funding during the COVID-19 pandemic was pretty hard, but when I went back to Biz2 Credit, it was just like there was no pandemic at all.
Visit biz2credit.com today.
2020.
Ruston Chase has struck. He's been outstanding. If he fails with that, he comes to the fore with the ball. Change of ends for Scotty Kugelheim.
Just see his head raising, not looking at the ball. Tion Webster. Again, he was hitting against the wing as well. So not the right decisions. And this is what finalists can do to you. It models your thinking.
Oh, well stopped. That would have run away for 4. Zahir Khan.
He started with a similar delivery in the very first over. Kugelheim and Linda Simmons worked it in that direction for 4. This time, Zahir Khan was in the way. They have that chemistry, that bond in the field. This St. Lucia Zooks team, they've demonstrated that resilience. They've really galvanized as a unit. And they need that today. They need that team spirit to come to the fore one more time, one last time.
Worth seeing again. A shot, that is.
You're really elegant and classical and graceful from Tim Seifert, of course. New Zealander against New Zealander. Seifert up against his countryman Scott Kugelheim. But a really elegant shot from the wicketkeeper batsman.
But that was very, very quiet. Very, very quiet indeed. Kugelheim celebrated straight away. So too the wicketkeeper. And he's got his countryman. So often gets early wickets.
Yeah, Kugelheim strikes again. Top of the log now in terms of most wickets. Scott Kugelheim. And what a recovery from the previous delivery that went for 4. A little bit anticlimactic, but they knew straight away the St. Lucia Zooks, and that's 2 early wickets now. Now 4 of them in the defense of this 154 that they said. Seifert goes for 4, 19 for 2.
Jim and Joanne are here to pick up the same prescription. They both know the system is not on their side. They both know drug costs are out of control. But one of them is taking back control with GoodRx.
Next.
So while he's paying that much, even with his insurance, she's paying this much just by using GoodRx. Use GoodRx to compare prices at pharmacies in your area and stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today and take back control.
Hello, St. Lucia. Hello, Eastern Caribbean. The Zooks have put themselves out front as Darren Bravo replaces Scott Kugelheim. So he replaces Tim Seifert, who was dismissed by Kugelheim.
There's perhaps a little bit extra bounce from Kugelheim, which we have seen from this wicket. And a really good delivery after being struck for 4 in the previous one. And they knew it. They knew it straight away. Andrew Fletcher, he's enjoying it. Boy, isn't he enjoying it.
Look at this field. Look at this field. They know that Darren Bravo has had an issue with the short ball. There's a short square leg in Javel Glenn. Opens up all sorts of possibilities.
And immediately that man comes into play. That short leg. FedEx fastest deliveries of this match so far. As you'd expect, Ali Khan, Scott Kugelheim, both featuring in that list.
The sight of Javel Glenn puts questions in the mind of Bravo, and it really sets up the length ball as much as the short ball.
And I was having this conversation, funnily enough, with Darren Bravo not too long ago about batting in that crucial number 4 position, especially having lost 2 wickets inside the power play. So you're caught between trying to capitalize with the field restrictions as well as consolidating. And he says that he much prefers to come in when there's 1 over left or a few balls in the power play when you can get set, or after the power play. This scenario here, caught in between 2 minds really.
Surprised I don't see this more often to Bravo. 19 for 2.
I'm Paul, and I am a nurse educator for a pharmaceutical company. Started with working with Policy Genius to figure out what plan would work for me and if it was true that I was paying too much. What I was paying, I thought was great for what I was getting. And then once I signed up with Policy Genius, I realized I'm getting more coverage for less. Working with Policy Genius, I saved about 20%. Not only did I save 20%, but I got extra coverage. It just feels like I could take a deep breath and sleep well at night.
Needed 161 last year in the playoff game against the Tridents, TKR, and they only got 148. I think it was a run out of Pollard that changed the entire game. Might go for 2. No, just 1. And the reason I'm coming to that point is that Simmons is critical because of his experience. Now gone past Chris Gale for the most runs in Hero CPL. That tells you a little bit about his pedigree. But also the fact that you don't necessarily need Chris Gale, in fact, was supposed to be part of the Zooks lineup, pulled out for personal reasons. Bravo's not a big fan of off-spin to start with historically.
Energy, guys. Energy, guys. Energy.
So this is a wonderful opportunity for the Zooks to get in some overs and to really put a stranglehold on this all-important power play.
Yeah.
Excellent control from Ruston Chase. Just trying to keep away from that full delivery, which Darren Bravo, of course, is waiting on.
Energy, guys. Energy, guys.
Such a good start for the Zooks. You can just feel the enthusiasm and their passion there now.
Come on, Chessy. Don't try
Masterful.
anything. Come on.
Really casual in its process, but the impact superb. Hero maximum.
It's always going to happen. I just praised him about his control, and he presents a half volley. Darren Bravo wouldn't miss out on that. Loves to hit those out of the park. Such a nice free flow of the bat from Darren Bravo. Powerful. Loves hitting sixes.
He missed the length. It was an arm ball. He went for the variation. I think look at the seam position as it goes down. Trying to ride it on the wind, got the length wrong. And I think Bravo picked it. We talked about looking at the seam position, looking at the hands closely.
Mohamed Nabi in search of that ball. But Darren Bravo is such a prolific six hitter. Typically hits more sixes than fours. As the search continues for the elusive match ball. So he's got some recruits. Mark Dale is assisting.
Trying to get their hands on this. Will there be a new name inscribed on it in the next hour and a half? I've seen it before. No spectators in the stands, so the players have to find the ball themselves. Saw it at Southampton the other day. That whole scenario with Darren Bravo, he does that more sixes than fours in Hero CPL. He doesn't necessarily do it outside of regional cricket, but it's been fantastic, even without crowds, to have the scenics of the various countries represented by their franchises. Jamaica, Guyana, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados. Why would you want to leave the Caribbean? Why not come and visit us when the borders open? And I pray that the borders, things will improve in this country, that the borders may be open and populace can resume some sense of normalcy. That's what the respective teams are playing for. Their nations, even though they are franchises, very well supported by the nation states. Ball in possession.
Hey, that's it. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about, guys.
A much better delivery, much better length. Keep away from that hitting arc, and you should be okay. Ruston Chase.
Yeah, yes.
Extra bounce for Chase. 5 overs gone, 26 for 2.
One to go on the power play. Can they snaffle another one here, the Zooks? Lendl. Simmons, downtown, that is so sweet. Yeah, Cougar line no chance with this one. Nicely struck. Liked it, Moods.
Yeah, beautifully struck. It was nearly like Lendl. Simmons was lining him up regardless of what the ball was, because it wasn't a half volley by any means. It was a hard length delivery, but because of the mindset, Simmons, he was all over it.
Such a good surface. In the end, the weather and the timing and a little bit more sunshine out, a lot more rolling. And the strip for the final is now settled and it's a good pace, pretty consistent, the bounce. The spinners have got a little bit of grip out of it because it's nicely covered with an even covering of grass. It's been nicely shaven, but still there. And all that extra rolling that Dave Agnew has been very pleased about. Change up.
Well, two outfielders for Bravo, a deep backward square, and that's for the short ball. I think Kesrick Williams will test him out at some stage, so it's an attacking position back there on the boundary on the leg side, and a deep fine leg. The ball that Bravo will run down with an open face. Change of angle now. Williams electing to go round the wicket.
Good rotation. Underline that point that we've made so often here in this 8th edition. And the left-hander and the right-hander in. To ask bowlers to go round the wicket, change it up. Keep rotating that strike. So crucial.
Yeah, changing those angles from a bowling perspective, whether you're bowling pace or spin, is really important. I think sometimes bowlers do forget, particularly pace bowlers, that the changing angle doesn't have to be as extreme as bowling over or round the wicket. It also can be done at the crease, getting in tight at the stumps or bowling up wide of the crease.
Too straight. Kesrick. Run away? Yeah, it does. It just had enough on it with that extra quicker delivery from Kesrick. Important boundary. Needy inside the power play.
Bit of a shimmy down the wicket coming off the thigh pad. Maybe a bit of bat before it hit the thigh pad, but clearly did hit the thigh pad as well.
That was a generous chat, Gregory. Brathwaite loves a batter. So racing away. A finish at 40 after the power play. Remember, the Zooks were 60 for one after their Guardian Life power play. 40 for 2.
Investors want cash flow? NRIA is making an accommodation. We're extending higher than normal 10% monthly electronic payouts right now from our real estate-backed Class A Buildings Fund. You'll receive steady 10% monthly payments and total returns targeted with bonus at 18 to 21% annualized. NRIA's 14-year track record and $1.2 billion of new construction development backs you. Get 10% monthly electronic cash flow right now. Call 201-210-2727.
It was a fabulous Guardian Life power play for the Zooks. Mentioning there 60 for 1 with Fletcher and Dial going rather sweetly. Now Is this Butler saying it's all over? Time to move on. Can they squeeze another couple of wickets here? St. Lucia Zooks have put some big pressure on these big guns. TKR. Make it interesting. 155 the target in this finale. Chase just sorting his field. Want to be precise now that the power play is over. Ball still at slip. Aaron Sammy hunting up on the drive and the covers. Gorgeous bit of flight. Another deception with a dip at the end.
Still attacking with that slip, which I think is a good move from Darren Sammy. Recognises wickets are equally as important as keeping the runs down.
Just the, sorry, not plural, fan. Bowling. Got to stop those, rack. Create some pressure.
It's a long way down. Hands on knees. Nowhere near it. An easy 2 runs that should have been stopped.
Different from the semi-final, isn't it? Look at that great catch to end the innings. Really was so fabulous. Second semi-final, so he can get down. Big guy.
Needs to close this over now. It's been a very good one so far, just 3 coming from it. 2 key balls really for bowlers is the first ball getting into the over and the all-important last ball just getting out of the over without damage. A lot of teams try to target both those balls for boundaries.
Simmons, just having a little look around at that long on, that big gap. Now he's looked square as well. Yeah, good finish. Well bowled, lost a chance. Just 3 from it. 43 for 2 here.
Yeah, you looking at the best. Yeah, you're looking at number 1. I gotta tell him. Yeah, you looking at yo, no cap with that. Cause when the B's to the knees like 100 degrees, it's the B to the EST.
Now, 1 you get 2. He's squeezing over here. Those in blue. Very powerful TKR batting lineup. Got 2 of them out. Simmons, who got 96 at this venue not long ago, joined by DM Bravo. Both got starts here.
Pollard was brilliant in the first innings, picking up 4 wickets for 30. Fawad Ahmed, the experienced leg spinner, also picking up a couple, and Ali Khan doing a job with ball in hand. Now they need to do it with the bat. Chasing a good total. Probably a total that the Zooks will feel is probably 20 short of where they could have got to. But still, runs on the board in a final carries a lot of weight.
Yeah, and the other thing is DJ Bravo didn't bowl, so that other string to his bow was taken away in the final. A lot more responsibility for brother Bravo coming in later, and then of course Pollard himself, who's been so dominant key moments of this 8th edition. No Monroe. One of his bones in his hand broken. So lost that key cog. Yeah, fascinating. Get one, get two. Well.
Just bubbling away here, Danny. It really is bubbling away. The Zooks have bowled a number of good balls in a row here, and they're just building that pressure up. So I just sense that Bravo will feel he needs a boundary. So is he going to take the risk against Mohammad Nabi?
Yeah, it just relieves of it, doesn't it? Just that little squeeze. 2 wickets to fall so far.
You know, I felt sorry for Webster here. He had 2 singles turned down by his batting partner, and it built pressure on him unnecessarily. And this is just an absolute peach to get early on. Scott Kugelheim getting the outside edge of Tim Seifert, his fellow countryman.
He's done well, hasn't he, Cougs? I've been impressed with him.
He certainly has, and most importantly, he's taken wickets in the power play, which is so valuable for a team to have your spearhead featuring in those early overs and taking early wickets. 10 out of 14 wickets taken have all been in power play, so you can't put a price on that.
Yeah, he's been a good signing for the Zooks. Kiwi. Still ticking away.
Going, guys.
Dream 11.
Energy, guys. Energy,
Downloaded that app. Get amongst it. Good bowl. Good finish. Just 2 from the 8th. It's 45 for 2.
Personal Capital wants to know, are you worried about today's volatile market? Will you have enough to retire? Do you have a plan for these uncertain times? Take control of your finances. Get an up-close and personal view of your money with Personal Capital. We're ranked as a top 3 wealth manager by RIA Channel as featured in Forbes. Schedule a call with an advisor now and talk to us about your investments. You can weather the storm. It starts with Personal Capital.
A subtle dip there from TKR. And just 5 runs in the last 12 deliveries. So, say Tom Moody, just bubbling away, and a little bit of pressure starts to mount with the asking rate.
And perfect timing to bring in Zahir Khan, the left arm leg break bowler from Afghanistan. It forces TKR's hand to play shots against the mystery spinner. And I say mystery purely because there's very few batsmen in the tournament have picked his wrong-un. Pollard and McCullum hatching their plans. Probably just thinking around what the batting order should be, what's the message that needs to be delivered at the LLB drinks break. Obviously the coach can go out at that point and share his thoughts.
Now get down, rosters. Well done. Good entertainment. It wasn't the greatest little Lucian to start with, but it cost too much. Favourite go-to areas. And too short.
And that can be nerves too, particularly for the wrist spinner. It's a very difficult art to perfect, and when you are nervous and anxious in a big occasion like a final, your wrist and your fingers can just tense up a little bit, therefore you're dragging the ball down into the surface more than you would do normally.
The other way. Ooh. Pace and length right. Challenging to say the least.
Beautiful wrong-un. Playing it off the pitch. So if he's not picking up, which he's not out of the hand or in the air, that's the last resort. Try to read it off the surface.
Quicker, zipping in towards those stumps.
Keep going inside, boy.
Close out this over all right. 4 singles, hasn't been too bad, even with a couple of short deliveries, haven't quite come out as he'd like. 5 singles. 50 up here for TKR for the loss of 2.
I'm Antonio Garcia, and I'm from San Jose, California. Policy Genius saved me a lot of time. Going onto the website, first of all, it was very intuitive, very user-friendly. The customer service and the price was phenomenal. Policy Genius recommended that I bundle up my home and my auto and merge the two. That's where I was able to really reap the benefits. I saved about $800 in comparison to my other insurance company. Take a few minutes out of your day and give Policy Genius a shot.
Superb facility. Got to wonder, I suppose, down the track, possibly a bit of test cricket in this part of the world, here at the Lower Oval. Nubby, beautiful flight, yeah, held it back a bit, slowed it right down here, and Simmons' eyes lit up.
You say he slowed it down. That was only 85 kilometres an hour, just floating out, never arrived, did him for pace in the air more than turn off the pitch.
Drinks break, just around the corner.
Yeah, Jim.
Prior to those first 2 deliveries,
Great start, Nabi. Great start, Nabi.
10 runs. 18 balls. A bit quicker that last one. And again, disappears. Good chunk of it.
Keep going, Nabi. Keep going, Nabi.
Rumbo Bottle's got a beating.
This is what he's looking for. Anything that was in his swinging arc, so he could hit with the spin over mid-wicket. So a regulation pace delivery on that occasion from Nabi, and hitting the 15-year-old bottle of El Dorado.
Save some from it.
Yes, Sam.
Oh, hello, hit. Slow there, Darren. Sammy, that is. Good hustle from Lendl Simmons this time.
Let's keep going, guys.
It sounds so good. So sweet.
Energy, guys. Energy, guys. You can't block. You can't block. Come on. Come
No
on.
holes there. Sammy just tweaking the field, so Bravo says, hold on a minute. No chat, please.
Yeah, come.
Nubby left to
One up.
Tree.
Keep going, buddy. Keep going.
Last chance.
Well, the run rate's just crept up above 9.5, so it's going in the right direction for Darren Sammy, but he'll be as aware as anyone that he needs to continue to take wickets, because TKO have got the power hitters down the line.
Well, we've had 10 halfway in this innings. The chase, the Angostura LLB drinks break is on. Thank you, Gregory Brathwaite, and it is 59 for 2 here.
There it is. That is brilliant. That is outstanding. Dropped it. Should have been taken.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works around real life. Teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language because language isn't just about learning new words. It's about learning a culture, a mindset, and a new point of view. Babbel, language for life. Go to Babbel.com and try it for free today.
Hiring is challenging, especially for key roles.
Finding the right people is a very difficult task. ZipRecruiter finds us the best people for the job. They sent my jobs to the top job sites and found people with the right skills and experience. We've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/race.
If you own a business that has been affected by coronavirus, you need financial backing.
Getting funding during the COVID-19 pandemic was pretty hard, but when I went back to Biz2 Credit, it was just like there was no pandemic at all.
Visit biz2credit.com today.
$59 for 2 after 10. Darren Sammy trying to inspire his troops. Not always easy to turn up in a final and just lift the title. Same for the Knight Riders, Baz McCullum and Karen Pollard sharing information, planning. It's all about the execution. Sammy for the first time with the ball in this innings. I want to make the point about St. Lucia Zooks. We saw them against the Barbados Tridents when they scored 92, they defended it. And then against the Talawas, when they scored 145, the Talawas, they were 84 without loss and they went on to win. So there's a lot of character in this Zooks team, especially when they're defending targets. Yeah, and I don't mind this move at all from Darren Sammy coming into the attack. With all of his spinners at his disposal, I just think that he needed to do this, get a few overs of medium pace. It's only the second time he's bowling in Hero CPL 2020, so it's a big ask. He's got a lot of experience. Felt that he would have come good with the bat for his team. His stay at the crease short-lived. Can he do something significant with the ball? That's the big question for the Zooks. Just short of the fielder in that long-on position. Yeah, and more so against these two batsmen who are at the crease. Simmons wants to get on with it. Darren Bravo, a very good player of spin. So he has that plan where he wants to bowl wide to Darren Bravo. Let's see what he does against Lindell Simmons. Another interesting piece of stat for all of you out there. The Knight Riders, the last 10 overs when they bat, they scored 9.8 runs per over. Required rate at the moment 9.9. So they'll be comfortable. And with Karen Pollard at the back, they'll feel confident. Well bowled Darren Sammy, just targeting that wide line, forcing Darren Bravo to reach for it. And it's been a good over so far, just basically bowling off spin, off a long delivery, Darren Sammy. And just 3 runs coming from this over so far. Can he finish off strongly? Bravo gets the better of Darren Sammy. He measured him. Well, he's showing his preference for the Trinidad stand. Hero maximum 10 the over. 68 for 2.
Ta-da! Did you know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
Given my unique lifestyle, that'd be perfect. Let me grab a pen and some paper. Know what? I'm gonna switch now. Just need my desk, my chair, and my phone. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
49, the partnership between Simmons and Darren Bravo. Appreciating how important it is to not expose Pollard and Dwayne Bravo early in this innings. Those two will still just put a little extra pressure on the Zooks bowling. Nice over, last strike from Darren Bravo. Really prolific in terms of hitting sixes. Kesrick Williams back in the attack from the northern end. Finds a fielder, just a couple to Simmons. He's still there. Our big fan of the match today, Cavoni Hansen from Jamaica.
Happy London and the crowd!
Clearly supporting the Knight Riders with the colors, red dominant. Controlled. Shot there by Simmons. So there are lots of fans watching on the Sportsmax Zoom party. I don't think at this stage, Samuel Badri, anyone could predict the final winner. Game pretty much in the balance at the moment. Maybe slightly in favor of the Knight Riders because of the batsmen who are the crease and the batting to come. These supporters clearly enjoying it. They can't be here physically, but looking on at home. But Darren Sammy is in search of a wicket. He knows that he needs to get a wicket, maybe 2, to really wrest the initiative in this match. Who can he turn to get him that wicket? Zari Khan? Well, he's only bowled 1 over so far. Kesrick Williams, who is bowling now, has that ability to get wickets with his variations, but he needs a wicket, and he needs one quickly. Yes, the required run rate at just a touch under 10, but the power of this team, Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Sikandar Raza, all in the shed still. Picked up nicely. Has the distance. Only just fingertips from Nabi. And we've seen Nabi take catches like this before in the deep. And this time, just too much on it from Lyndall Simmons. And despite his best efforts, wasn't able to hold on to this one. Given a good whack and just enough. Maybe tried to hold it back in, Nabi. But the hero maximum for Lyndall Simmons, a much needed one as well. 10 runs coming from this over already. Cutaway in the gap. Lendl Simmons on fire. Consecutive boundaries now for the Knight Riders. Just perhaps overcompensating here in terms of the line. This was the 6. The previous delivery pulled away on the one side. And then making the accommodation in terms of line and cut through the offside. So brilliant batting from Lendl Simmons. He's already faced 30 deliveries, so he's well set. He's used to the conditions out there. Remains very key and integral in this run chase. At the top of the list now in terms of the most runs in 2020. Hero CPL. So he's come to the party at the right time. Make that 50 to Lendl Simmons. 19th half century. What an occasion to get it. Putting his team in firm control. You can see he's passionate about his team, the Knight Riders, and the occasion. 84 for 2. The last over, the most expensive by the Zooks. 16 runs coming from it. That over has just taken that required rate to under 9 now.
Keep going, guys. Keep going, guys.
71 required from 48 deliveries. Here's Roston Chase. Roston Chase into his last over, just conceding the 11 runs, so he's been good throughout. And 71 needed of 47 deliveries. Zahir Khan only bowled a 1 over so far, so he has some options, Darren Sammy. But they need to get rid of one of these two, if not both of them. What Sammy is trying to do is he's trying to create some pressure on these two. He feels that Roston Chase has sufficient amount of control. Three dots in a row, pressure building. Yeah, with every dot, that required rate goes up. It's 9.47 now, and 71 from 45. So excellent stuff here from Roston Chase. Tuck to leg. You saw that release coming from Bravo. Just lost his shape. Was searching for more power than timing. Yeah, he was looking for a hero maximum here because of the length, but tried to overhit it.
All he's waiting for. That's all he's waiting for.
Eyes lit up when he saw the flight, the trajectory, and he wasn't able to make the connection. So just 1 run so far, 2 deliveries left. Can Lendl Simmons get a boundary? They need a boundary. Of course, the off-spinner Chase in favor. Lendl Simmons will favor him more than Darren Bravo. Crucial 2 deliveries in this over. Only 1 run from the over. This is going to remain a very good over for the Zooks, or can Lendl Simmons finish on a high?
What you said?
Side edge. Simmons, he wants strike. He knows it's easier to hit with the turn. Might just be searching for a boundary of the last delivery. Yeah, we've seen this from him before in this match, giving up an easy single, and we saw the result of that previously. Don't want to give him any jinx. Is it the right decision, Lendl Simmons? Just eases it to long off for 1. Just 2 runs from the over. An excellent over for Ruston Chase to end his spell. 1 for 13. It's 86 for 2. Excellent stuff from the Zooks. That over in particular. But look at these figures. 17 dot balls and just the 13 runs with the 1 wicket from Ruston Chase. And the St. Lucia Zooks are chasing their first title. Javel Glenn, he's featured in quite a few wins that the Zooks produce in the league stage of this competition. Known more for his batting, but he's made an impact with the ball. 7 wickets to Javel Glenn, 3 for 16, his best. A successful run chase here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. 2018, the Knight Riders got to 150. Knight Riders again, 136 for 7. Last to the Tallowers. Sammy, what's different about Javel Glenn? I think he bowls a little bit quicker through the air, so it rushes the batsman, like you've seen in that first delivery. Linda Simmons was trying to pump this one over deep in wicket, but it sort of came on to him a little bit quicker than he would have thought. So perhaps Darren Sammy is gambling here with him as opposed to the much slower Zahir Khan. Will it pay dividends? Not this one. Bravo, quick to pounce on it. Such a genuine 6-hitter. It was always going to be a gamble bowling Javel Glenn against Darren Bravo, and that length that he bowls is going to sit up on this pitch, and Darren Bravo is waiting for it. He's not going to miss out. So this over is a crucial over in the context of this match. I've spoken at length about the batsmanship skills we've seen from Bravo throughout this Hero CPL. Hasn't been at the very best in terms of strike rate, but he's been able to play the situation well. He's come in, he's had a partnership. He's ensuring that the Knight Riders don't find themselves in a crisis with the bat. So far so good, 30 from 34. Pollard wouldn't mind that he's striking less than run a ball. Yeah, he wanted to strike. He desperately wanted to come back for 2 on that occasion, but it just wasn't on. Will Lindell Simmons give him the strike, or will he too try to score? I also want to mention the fact that Bravo is a left-hander amongst Simmons, Pollard, his brother Dwayne.
Back up!
Much happier Trinbago Knight Riders camp now. After the last few overs, they just feel that they're in control. A few overs ago, it was a much different mood. These 2 deliveries against Darren Bravo. What can Javel Glenn do? Good, just trying to suss Darren to see if there was any premeditation. That's the response. Doesn't work, the mind games. Bravo is switched on mentally. His execution very well. Brings up the 100 for the Trinbago Knight Riders, and the move hasn't worked for Darren Sammy. 15 runs off the over. Too short, just way too short from Javel Glenn. Darren Bravo enjoyed this one. Just look at his reaction, his celebration after hitting that 6. So some gamesmanship on show. And 1 delivery left. Couldn't go for another hero maximum. It's time for the appeal. just trying to take the arms away from Bravo. Contain his power. 14 overs gone, 101 for 2.
Hi, Linda. Looks like you've got a prescription to fill. Any idea how much that's going to cost in there? The exact same drug that's $10 at this pharmacy is $150 at this one. GoodRx finds prices and discount coupons on every prescription. Just input the drug name and instantly find savings at virtually every pharmacy in America.
Next. What can I do for you? Here's my prescription, and I have a coupon from GoodRx. Nice price.
Stop paying too much for your prescriptions with GoodRx.
Redworm just measuring the yellow within touching distance, you would say. Let's look at the reaction from the dugouts after that stroke from Bravo. Yeah, they pumped up the Knight Riders. But for all of that happened in the last over, as we look at the hero maximum race, Karen Pollard at the top, Darren Bravo, he's on 18, so he has an opportunity to surpass him. But having scored that 15 runs in the last over, the required run rate is still 9. Here's Williams. Find Sammy at point, so every delivery is an event in this contest. You can feel the tension there. And Simmons was also on that hero maximum race. Don't underestimate his power. But I guess in any team, when you know you've got the likes of Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, and depth in your batting, you think that the Knight Riders, they're more in control in this run chase. What Sammy needs, he needs wickets. '82, this partnership, they've been there for a while. They're doing well. Simmons and Darren Bravo. Just need a few good overs, the St. Lucia Zooks. Maybe overs of just 6 or 7 to shoot that required run rate up past that 10 mark. The Knight Riders, on the other hand, they will be thinking the same, a few good overs to break the back of this chase. So it's anybody's game at this point in time. But wickets in hand, just feel that slightly in favor of the Knight Riders. Scott Kugelheim, he has overs in the bag. That might just be crucial. He's got 2 overs. Scott Kugelheim. 1 over to Mohammad Nabi. Zahir Khan is still there. Is Darren Sammy waiting to introduce Zahir Khan to the likes of Pollard, Dwayne Bravo. Lots of bowling options used by Darren Sammy. Short and wide. So he might just have something special for the Knight Riders as we approach the end of the innings. 52 required from 34 now. No second chances here for both sides. It's the final. Well, they need something. They need some inspiration. This partnership is taking the game away from them. I have to also admire the commitment by Darren Bravo and Lendl Simmons in the circumstances, trying to take responsibility of scoring the remaining runs, not wanting to expose a new batsman at the crease. We've often spoken about that and how crucial it is for teams doing well with the bat. Knight Riders by leaps and bounds, way ahead all the teams based on what they've shown with the bat throughout Hero CPL 2020. Again, looking dominant. Managing risks, Lendl Simmons. Haven't seen that from him early in the tournament. Now he's very much in his zone as a batsman, managing that attacking play with the ability to rotate strike. 56 already to him from just 38. Yeah, this Trinbago Knight Riders batting has demonstrated the art of batsmanship, how you construct and structure an innings, how you organize the way you want to play. And Darren Bravo, in this innings, well, he started off really slowly, but he was able to catch up, and he's still there. And that has been eminently missing in this tournament. We'll have to reload. Well, what Karam Pollard has done, and he said it before, doesn't really try to compete with opposition teams. Tries to insert dominance based on the strengths within this Knight Riders team. Doesn't even complain. Speaks about changing, adapting the approaches by the Knight Riders against opposition teams. Pulled away. Wayward delivery. This is not good for the Zooks. A very loose delivery. Fine leg up. Third man up. Short delivery, angling down the leg side, bowling around the wicket. And just needed to help this one really. Darren Bravo, a gift from the St. Lucia Zooks and the very experienced Keswick Williams. Darren Sammy will be disappointed with that. 9 runs from this over already, 1 delivery left. Just expressing that disappointment to him. Force Darren Bravo to score through the offside. That's the message. Would have been a wide. Bravo reaching for it. 9 runs from the over. 110 for 2 after 15.
Watch cricket on the go. Your favorite sport. Anytime, anywhere. Watch all the cricket on www.willow.tv on all digital devices for free as part of your TV subscription. Watch all cricket matches on Television Plus digital devices.
A good phase for Trinbago Knight Riders, 70 without loss in that middle over sector. 45 required from 30. 8 wickets in hand. Hold on to your seats because this game can shift either way. TKR will feel now that it's a position that they'd prefer to be in. But once this man has the ball in his hand, Danny Morrison, balance of power can shift.
Yeah, he's been a wicket taker, that is for sure. Time to take centre stage here. Scotty Kukulon. Simmons, beautifully set here, Lendl. The old nerves and energy and need. Bring something special. Your team need you. It's partnership. 92 from 72. But guess who's just rocked up on the scoreboard? Good old Nelson. Those superstitious types. Can Nelson have a say here in the finale? Another day, another match, you get a little feather. Thinking about that 96 the other day, and he's got himself into a good groove. 2 straight, he's so good at using the pace of the bowler and the timing for all to see. Just enough over Nubby there. Silent assassin.
Missed it. Piece off the ball from Scott Kugelheim. Valiant effort by Captain Sammy.
Change of pace. This was it. This was a possibility. Big D Sammy. Oh, half a decade ago. Might have got there. You only need a couple of dots. All of a sudden that asking rate climbs. Was 9. The start of this over. It's suddenly 9.2. Can they get in here? The opposition.
Intrigued at the line that will be bowled here. 3 deep fielders leg side. Kind of a split field. He can't pitch up outside off stump. Excellent change of pace. I think that's where he'll go quite often in this over.
It's even on both sides, but heading back kind of that other side there, going towards that terrace on the eastern side. Get it slightly wrong. You got 3 men back. Himself with a tennis ball type of bouncer, doesn't arrive and gets hit in the air maybe. Well, he's trying something here, Kugelheim. He's into the surface. Didn't arrive, and it was a bottom edge.
Kugelheim has one more. This is turning out to be a spectacular over. You get the feeling he will finish well. Nabi has one more. Kesrick 1. Zahir still has 3 available. Don't think we'll see Glenn or Sammy. Brilliant over. Brilliant with just 1 delivery left. These are the overs that shift the balance of power in an innings and match and tournament.
I can't believe Zahir Khan it's not bowled more overs. Coming to the end of the 16. Aaron Sammy, he himself, he hasn't bowled much, and then he went to Kesrick, somewhere else.
Well, that's to do with Bravo at the crease and the slow pace. I'm not saying it's a right or wrong decision, but I just feel the presence of Bravo may have something to do with that. His 6 hitting against spin. Big delivery this. Really do feel that the balance of power, the trophy could depend on how this over finishes.
Asking rate is just clocked over 10s because of this over, Bish.
Simmons running is lackadaisical. He's missing out on key runs. 114 for 2.
Personal Capital wants to know, do you have a plan for your finances?
I have a plan for retirement.
For college savings.
For investing.
I can see all of my accounts and my investments.
All my investments and more in one place.
I feel good about my finances. Finally.
Download the free Personal Capital app today. You can feel good about your finances, and Personal Capital is here to help. Visit personalcapital.com today.
Yeah, just on that single there. Yeah, I get it. He's in. Lendl Simmons, he gets the strike, but also Darren Bravo's been there for some time as well. He's 41 from 42. And often it's about rhythm and your batting and a bit of momentum with bat in hand. Now, this is the guy that a lot of us up here in the comm box have been thinking needed to be on possibly slightly earlier. Started with 1 over, possibly I thought could have got another go. Yeah, there were 5 singles off him, but he is a mystery. Very different. Left arm wrist spin. Unique.
Fascinating to know if it was Sammy's plan, because the numbers show that wrist spinners, guys who can turn the ball each way, are perhaps more economical at every stage of the innings than the quicker men.
I need that energy, guys. I need it.
This could be a fantastic move here by Sammy. No, goes away for 4. And you go back to the first over that Zahir Khan bowled. There were about 3 or 4 short deliveries in it. He's lost his length today so far. Maybe better pitching up than going into the pitch.
Got to give credit to Simmons. He went across early. He actually made a statement and went onto the offside. That's where he's going. And yes, sir, it's gone all the way. He's picked his moment here, Lendl. He is taking on Zahir Khan, who's then now gone round the wicket and travelled.
Not working out so far for the men in blue. This is an over they perhaps would have targeted as well, seeing he's been struggling with his length. More runs. Has to be 2. Just 1. This is remarkable. But that's not 2.
He just makes up, doesn't he? He says, I'm going to bosh it. Wonderful partnership, this. Is this the defining moment of the final between these two? Left and right hand.
3rd 100 partnership in CPL this season. 2nd in a CPL final. It's so far the best in finals history. That is gone. It is gone. This is the over for TRINBAGO Knight Riders. I don't know if you saw Darren Bravo do a jig.
Yeah. He's sticking it back on the boys in blue. There you go. That's what I think of your celebration. Oh, just set up. The length, as you say, Bish, is not right. He's missing his length here. Oh, I love it because it's such good byplay. It's a bit like Keswick having a clash with Chadwick Walton. So what they do is they have a little crack of their own celebrations back.
24 from 19.
Right in the slot. He looks around back at Rakeem and goes, how about your celebration now, boys? Yeah, that's what I think of that. Choke on that, Keswick. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, he's rubbing it in. 50 to Darren Bravo. What a great innings.
11th in Heroes. .23 came off that last over. That's why the tower is so tall. And I'll say this, it's pressure on the young bowler. But people would have heard me talk all season and last year that Zahir Khan's bad delivery is a short ball. You get 1 or 2 every over. The best he bowled, I think, was against the Talawars when he erred mostly on the full side. Excellent from Bravo.
Yeah, great half century, no doubt about it. In terms of different styles, different paces that these two go at. Simmons, he's 69 from 44. He's striking at 156. And suddenly that asking rate came down from 10.25 to just 6s now. It's a runner ball. Needs some drama here from Kugelheim, the Kiwi. Needs to knock over these two set men.
That's gone with the wind. Lendl Simmons again. This is a 6-hitting masterclass from TKR.
What a great stick he's got in his hand. Ah, yes. Sounded so good. Went miles. And they're out of their chairs in the dugout. TKR starting to sing and rejoice. Jiving to the DJ. Just a dozen left. Courtesy of Simmons and Bravo. Bravo has hit 6 sixes. Simmons has hit 4 of them, trying to play catch up with DM Bravo. Kugelheim went length, disappeared. What's he got now? A little cheeky change up. 75 all of a sudden. Simmons accelerated very quickly from 50 to 25 more runs to go to 75. Yeah, very glum now, those in blue. St. Lucia. Big underdogs for sure, but they've been so united and such a good vibe in the Zooks camp. Oh, clubbed away over extra. One bounce into the rope, start rejoicing, and they do. Ah, you betcha. Where's the music now?
They have been by far the best, the most consistent team in this tournament. When others have struggled on a wicket, TKR have made it look a different surface. Good from Simmons. He's missed out on a few singles, but man, he's made up with some 6 hitting. It has been a stupendous knock. And we've talked about him in our build-up, showing and taking additional responsibility given no Narayan. Given the injury to Dwayne Bravo that deterred him from bowling today. No Narayan, no problem, says TKR.
Yeah, nailing it here in the final. Glimpses, different parts of this final from the Zooks. Wonderful power play that went for 60.
I want to take your mind back. Remember at the halfway point I said the balance of Corvan innings can change over the second half. It was 79 for 2 at the halfway mark. 75 for 8 of the second 10. That's how well TKR came back with the ball.
Yeah, it's that belief, isn't it? You can go on about their superstars. Bravo didn't bowl. But no Sunil Narayan, as you mentioned, Bish. So others have stepped up. When it really mattered, they needed them. KP Kyron Pollard. Nice little forfer. Of course, his imposing figure under the helmet. Bits to say.
Here's 4 of them. Here's 4 of them. And they're doing the Zooks dance in the middle. 1-5-3 for 2.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be?
67.
Sorry.
Wait, have you heard about GoodRx? GoodRx finds free coupons to help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions.
Wow. I had no idea.
GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
Really have taken it away from St. Lucia. Have Simmons and Darren Bravo. Partnership, 134 from 90. And as Darian Bishop said, what a 6-hitting masterclass it's been. Dominant. Suddenly just flick the switch and they win. In the last few overs, they have cut loose.
2 to get. A nation rejoices. A franchise celebrates. TKR fans across the globe celebrate with their team. A 4th CPL trophy for the TRINBAGO Knight Riders. And the first Hero CPL played behind closed doors post-pandemic goes to the home franchise. They win by 8 wickets here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in South Trinidad. No Narayan, no problem. What a victory for people of Trinidad and Tobago. Excellence personified.
Loving it. And TKR doing the Zooks celebration as a group. Pulsating final for those in red and black and all their fans around the globe. Huge. Yeah, spare a thought for St. Lucia Zooks. And that franchise that have dug deep. Last time they made the playoffs was way back in 2016. This is the farthest they've ever come in Hero CPL. First time finalists. Do love a underdog, but too good. Rightio, let's go down sideline to Alex Jordan.
Euphoria here, and I'm with one of the men at the moment. His name is Darren Michael Bravo. DM, a word on that innings.
Yeah, definitely a great feeling indeed. It's something that we spoke about in the team meeting today. It's unprecedented. Obviously, I probably think the only cricket team in the entire world to win a tournament without losing a game. Fantastic. This definitely going beyond the boundary.
Hey, your 4th title as champions here. You must have been thrilled. I see you had prepared the St. Lucia Zooks celebration.
Yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun. Obviously, they deserve to be in the final. They had a fantastic run in the tournament. Congratulations to them. But having said that, I think we're a better team today, and we definitely deserve to win.
Lendl Simmons was steady for you.
Special. We know what he's capable of, and he believes in himself. I believe he's now the man with the most runs in CPL history, and obviously I think he scored the most runs in the tournament. So fantastic job by him, and obviously we are all happy for him.
I'm sure your fans are thrilled around the world, but of course they can't be here. So maybe you want to say a word to them. We've been backing you the whole way.
Yeah, to the entire Triumphant Tobago, thank you very, very much for the support. We know times are very difficult at this point in time, so hopefully this victory can put smiles on your faces, and by extension all our fans across in India. TKR 4-time champions. Big up all the sense.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Darren Bravo.
They've worked hard for this. They've gone unblemished through the entire season. This has not come in a straightforward manner. They have worked for this. They deserve it.
You very rarely see Sunil Narayan animated, and he was earlier. Sunil, congratulations. Third title for you, 4th overall for the Knight Riders. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot knowing the time that we are in now to come out and give a performance like that. It's good for cricket and it's good for sport in the whole.
Unfortunately, you didn't make it to this 11 in this final. You must have been itching to play, knowing that you did well at the start of the tournament, and now with the icing on the cake, you didn't really feature in the playing 11.
If it was for me to play and we lost, I prefer that I don't play and we win. So it's good to come out with a victory. I mean, I would have loved to play to give my input, but I think we had the strong 11 out there to go all the way.
Tell us a little bit about your team. What has made the Knight Riders such a formidable unit in 2020?
I think it started from before CPL started. I think we had a camp that all the guys was ready to go, and I think we took it from there straight in the tournament. And from the word go, we threw the first punch, as the coach will say, and went from strength to strength.
You're great friends with Simmons and Darren Bravo. They've looked very hungry today. Tell us what transpired behind the scenes before they came and produced this great showing with the bat.
I think it was all about history. I think about winning a tie without losing a game hasn't been done, and I think that was a key moment for us. I think we needed to go one step better than Guyana and win all games, including the final, and that's what we came out here to achieve. And at the end of the day, we had a great performance.
Now go sell.
Yeah, no Narayan, but no matter. Job done here in 2020. The standouts: Lendl Simmons, 84 not out from 49, and 58 not out of 47. Darren Michael Bravo with a 6-hitting exhibition. 6 sixes, 2 fours. Simmons hit 4 sixes and 8 fours. Look at that, like a beacon. 138 from 91. Partnership of the final for sure. Bowling figures, Sammy B alongside.
Early wicket for Scott Kugelheim and Roston Chase, and you felt at that point in time the St. Lucia Zooks may have created an upset, but nothing else of note from the other bowlers. Nabi was economical, but the batting off the TRINBAGO Knight Riders really amazing. 154 the Zooks got to in 19.1. The Knight Riders in 18.1, 157 for 2. Knight Riders win by 8 wickets. Let's go down to Alex Jordan. Who have you got?
History has been made here. Extraordinary history with the perfect season and the 4th title. Who else would I have but the champion? You probably
Number 4.
You didn't play as big a role as you wanted, but so vocal from back there.
Yeah, very vocal. First of all, thanks Almighty God for giving us another title. This is for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We know it's a tough time now for each and everyone, and also all TKR fans around the world and by extension, India.
Bravo, you said you had no voice, but you have a special new song about the sweet Twin Island Republic.
Yeah, that's a song called Wake Up, and as I said, wake up Trinidad, wake up. You know, we have all the talent here, all the ability here, and it's about time people show some respect for us as a nation and just allow us to do what we have to do.
Perhaps this win will be an inspiration to the entire country. What impressed you most today about your team?
The way how Lendl Simmons and Darren Bravo take the game all the way to the end. We totally dominate the game. They get off that flyer. We speak in our team meeting. It's okay if they get off that flyer, but the real cricket start at 6.1. Not in the power play. These guys, they play very good to get to the finals. They feel very confident coming against us. Well done to Darren and his team for reaching this far. But the way how we play through this tournament, there is no way I could actually see even a miracle happening, you know. So I'm very happy the way how we beat St. Lucia, dominant the game.
DJ Bravo champion, you're always involved.
The Zooks come back to Darren Sammy. The name changing cannot help it. It's on the licks. When they come Trinidad, licks. All when we go abroad, licks. From the champion squad, TKR, so we beat them bad. Welcome to the land of the champions.
The celebrations continue all around. I have Baz McCullum, the coach of the Knight Riders team. Baz, congratulations, your first T20 title as coach. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's incredibly special, DJ. These guys, they just work so hard. They care so much about one another. They understand their responsibility as role models for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and they just play with full hearts and they leave it all out there. And you know, there's an incredibly experienced group of people. We've got 2,500 games. We've set it all the way through. But we've also got a whole lot of youngsters in the team, and for them to be able to get the opportunity to win titles and to play with some of these legends, they're going to learn so much from it. From a coaching point of view, we're just so thrilled and so proud of their efforts.
Now tell us the secret. Few coaches, they're able to ignite that passion in big name players. You've been able to do that in this Knight Riders team. When you think of Pollard, Narayan, Bravo, how is that achievable?
To be honest, DJ, I didn't really have to do a lot because the fire was burning in these guys from last year when we finished third, and we pride ourselves on being the best team in the Caribbean, and the way that we exited the tournament last year hurt these guys immensely, and we know how proud they are. They are some of the absolute superstars of the game. You don't get there unless you're a total professional and you're proud of your work on the field and who you're playing for. So we didn't have to do a whole lot, to be honest. That we're really well led with both Polly and DJ. I put them both in the same category because they work off the same song sheet, and they just inspire all those around them. We've also got some wonderful leaders in the group, but geez, we just wanted to go out there and just try and play that brand of cricket which the people of Trinidad and Tobago come to expect, and we did it with a whole lot of personality and a whole lot of professionalism, and the fact that Lionel Simmons and Darren Bravo are there at the end. They're two guys who born and bred Trinidad, and they love this team so much, and they were total professionals to finish that off.
This is your second year as coach of the Knight Riders. Previous to those 2 years, you were a player in this said squad. What's changed? Was there a change in the philosophy of the team, or just a continuation of what you experienced as a player?
Yeah, I think a continuation as a player. Probably the only thing, first year as a coach, I probably had a bit more of a player's mentality, so I had to kind of stop and check myself as well, and I got some great feedback from the leaders within the group about some areas that I could improve on as well, and I think this year we've found that sweet spot of being able to still challenge the guys but also incredibly supportive of them, and that nice healthy respect level between the coaching staff and the players, and we're all trying to achieve the same thing, and we are as a support staff just so proud of all of the efforts of these guys. They've worked hard for it, they've sacrificed a lot, as is all the other teams in the competition, but they wanted it bad this year, and they've gone and got it.
You've been a major part of this success. Don't be modest. Now tell us a little bit of dressing room information. How are you guys going to celebrate this title?
Well, we said the Jordan documentary, we've sort of used that as a bit of a theme throughout this campaign, and in that it starts with hard work and ends in champagne, so I'll let you fill in the blanks.
Congrats, all the best.
Thanks, TG.
Kiwi cutting loose again. Love him to pieces, Baz McCullum. Digicel highlights bundle of the grand finale, chasing 155. Simmons brought some form to it. Webster was his partner, and he got a top edge. Early doors, Spin was doing it.
Yeah, that point was a good start for the St. Lucia Zooks. But look at that first ball from Tim Seifert on the up off the bowling of Scott Kugelheim, but then he had his man caught at the wicket by Andrew Fletcher. The Zooks were on top. Enter Darren Bravo, 6 hitting machine for the TRINBAGO Knight Riders. Lyndall Simmons was finding his mojo in the grand final, being helped with some loose delivery along the way. Kesrick Williams on this occasion luring in line. Some brilliant daft touches as well from Lyndall Simmons, but he also possessed the power to clear the ropes over mid-wicket off the bowling of Mohamed Nabi. Darren Sammy introduced himself and he disappeared away into the stands of the willow of Darren Bravo. Lyndall Simmons continued to whack them over the boundary, and they were dominating this run chase with this spear at the middle. Darren Sammy tried to get the breakthrough, but it was not forthcoming. Lyndall Simmons got to another half century in this year's Hero CPL, and in the process became the highest run scorer. Darren Bravo, well, he fell off some short bowling off the bowling of Javal Glenn. Couple Hero maximums in that over that really sealed the deal.
Kesrick Williams, he came back, he got crunched, and then had to bring back Zahir. And this over, I think, disappeared for 23. It was the turning point for these two to lay it on, crack it big. Bravo and Simmons. Oh, how good did that sound? New balls, please. And the celebrations for Kesrick saying, there you go, we can do it too. And TKR. Big century stand, wonderful partnership of 138 between these two. Enjoying themselves to the hilt in a final. Pick the bones out of this one. swipe over extra as well. All around the clock from Lendl Simmons. Yes, Kesrick, we love you. And Kesrick plays Sydney Harbour Bridge with that one. Then he's on, and that's it. Off the bowling of Kesrick Williams. Touch of irony there with the celebrations from TKR. Yeah, pitch invasion time for the victors. Great scenes here at Lara. A lot of hard work put in, as Brendan McCullum said. They really do play for each other hugely. Who is our Dream 11 MVP for the grand finale? Well. Funny that. Lendl Simmons with that 84 not out. Pollard with his wickets and strategy. Darren Bravo too, part of that partnership. He was 58 not out. So no surprises, dominated by TKR. The Dream 11 MVP. What a striker, what a player.
Started off sedately, got a feel of the pitch before he got into his rhythm, but he was scoring on both sides of the wicket. Really keyed on for this contest. Hero maximums through the onside, some depth touches through the offside. A really excellent innings from him, unbeaten. At the end, 84-49 deliveries, and almost 80% chose Lendl Simmons as your MVP. Fantasy League scoreboard Dream 11 MVP of the tournament, however, goes to Mohamed Nabi of the St. Lucia Zooks, consistent throughout this tournament with bat and ball. Jason Holder in there as well from the Barbados Tridents. Hero CPL winners, well, the Trinbago Knight Riders, they achieved perfection here in 2020 as the only team ever to win every single match. It's their 4th title, 2015, 2017, 2018, and now again 2020. Brilliant effort from them. Darren Bravo and DJ Bravo has been the only 2 players who have been there for all 4 of these titles.
Yes, nicknamed the Invincibles. Won every game on offer. Unbeaten. Extraordinary. Good stuff here in terms of winning a grand final. Bravo. Having a ball when it mattered. He too, part of the consistency in the cog of this TKR wheel. Yeah. Good to see the youngsters in there. Seals, who is in the playing squad but not in the final, getting an opportunity, learning about the game. That's what it is all about. Youngsters getting an opportunity to play with these big stars of T20.
Hiring is challenging, especially for key roles.
Finding the right people is a very difficult task. ZipRecruiter finds us the best people for the job. They sent my jobs to the top job sites and found people with the right skills and experience. We've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/race.
Yeah, you looking at the best. Yeah, you're looking at #1. I gotta tell him, gotta tell him, gotta tell him. Yeah, you looking at yo, no cap with that. Cause when the B's to the knees like 100 degrees, it's the B to the EST.
मनोरंजन पर 2020 ने उठाया प्रश्न, देंगे उत्तर, मनाते हुए जश्न, अब सीन पलटेगा, क्योंकि बिग बॉस देंगे 2020 को जवाब.
I'm Doug Hirsch. You may already know that GoodRx can help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions. Unfortunately, many Americans can't get to a doctor right now. The good news is that for many health issues, you can see a doctor online. It's easy. Just go to GoodRx.com, and with a few clicks, you'll be treated by a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home. Visits are confidential and affordable. Need a prescription? Your doctor can send it to your pharmacy or have it mailed to you. Get the healthcare you deserve at GoodRx.com.
If your credit card debt is out of control,
If you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-991-6602. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we can save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save. For free, call 1-800-991-6602.
The grand finale, 154 runs on the board from the Zooks. They would have loved another 25, I reckon. But in the end, they got to that 154, and in reply, the TRINBAGO Knight Riders cruised to 157 for 2. 11 balls left in this final to win by 8 wickets, thanks to Simmons and Bravo. Well, we've seen some classic catches of this 8th edition. Here's some of the Republic Bank classics.
And there, Brandon King was brilliant, diving away to his left, full stretch, blocking that one. And from the air, brilliant from him. This one was Hayden Walsh Jr. Magnificent, running back and then diving away to his right. Good bit of athleticism there from the young man from the Barbados Tridents. And then Mark Deal again in the deep. Brilliant. Again, almost misjudging it, but then timing that jump to perfection. Again, the youth coming to the fore. Chris Lynn, Najibullah Zadran, again, full stretch, blocking this one from the sky, right-handed, off the bowling of Mohamed Nabi.
Pierre made this look easy. It was up there for an age. Yeah, when you get the clear sky, blue sky, those are not easy. Niam Young has some really good catches in the deep, particularly out there on the cover boundary from a lot of players in this 8th edition. Webster out deep, Queen's Park, well done son. Presence of mind and good balance. That was brilliant, brilliantly done. He's so close to the boundary cushion. And, too easy. If you can do that, Tion, so can I. Walsh Jr. again. Yeah, not bad at all. Hetmeister, get the cape on, boy. Did. Yeah, good dive. Liked it.
Brilliant. He was running, then he had to dive. Front of him there. Magnificent from the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Look at this one from Naveen Ul-Haq. Absolutely brilliant. Full stretch. Went with both hands. Ended up using the left hand only. Look at this from Darren Sammy. Blinded by the shot towards the back of the wicket keeper. Good reflexes. Good hand. Good left hand. From the St. Lucia Zooks captain, Darren Sammy. Mark Deal, well, he's made this list again. Diving forward off the bat of Nicholas Puran. That's not an easy catch. Diving at full speed. And then Rakim Cornwall. Again, diving. One-hander. Full stretch. Good job from the big man. Rakim Cornwall, he closes off the list. Celebrations continue on the field. We've also seen celebrations throughout this tournament.
The El Dorado celebrations of the tournament. Sergeant Sheldon Cottrell, as ever, makes the list. He's abusing it. Oh, as ever. Thank you, Sarge. Yeah. Going to be hard to beat Sinclair's, I reckon. Here, Imran Tahir. One knee, one fist. The chemo Paul. Mask up, clean up. Fidel. Yeah, beautiful. Some great vibe and great feel. Oh. The DJ.
Loves his dancing, the champion dance from the champion bowler. Look at this one from Ashley Nurse. Just a Caribbean jig, really. Enjoying the moment. A bit of coordination as well. Akil Hussein in memory of Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther. The Jaden Seals as well. Enjoying the opportunity, enjoying the limelight. And again, Javel Glenn in a subsequent match, just enjoying a bit of showmanship. But this for me, absolutely brilliant. Cartwheel, round off, gymnastic style, stick in the landing, Kevin Sinclair, and just acknowledging his spectators, his fans. But look at that agility from the young man. Coordination, flexibility, and the Kashik Williams. He's introduced to that, and his teammates, well, they followed suit as well in yellow, and they did it in blue as well. So a bit of synchronism there.
Oh, hero moment of the match. That goes to this man, Darren Bravo. And why? Here's why. Bit of Javel getting a bit stroppy. And there you go. Back to you, Javel Glenn. Don't think you can have me on, young man. Yeah, oh yeah. And Ali Khan. Let's go down to Alex Jordan with the player of the match.
Indeed, today the hero of the match. Well, he's been a mainstay of this team, but he showed his class today, batting throughout the innings with an unbeaten 84 off 49 balls. Lendl Simmons is our hero of the match. Lendl, wow, what a good tournament for you, but this innings in particular must be one you will remember forever.
Yeah, it was a good innings for me. We had a total chase down. Me and Bravo always bat well together, so just going after that total, I told him that if we bat deep, we'll get a score.
Your team was slightly weakened today. You missed some of your key players. Was it even more important for you to do well?
Yeah, I mean, we have a strong bench, and any 11 we put out there could perform well. And all the players get the opportunity to play in some part of the tournament, and we all did well.
Lendl Simmons, you looked hungry in this tournament. To what do you attribute this sort of return to form and desire?
Well, last year I did well in the prelims, and when it came to the semi-final, I didn't get a score, and we ended up losing the game. So I took the responsibility upon myself to make sure and get it over the line this time. I didn't start the tournament well, but I ended well, and I'm happy with my performance.
Last quick, cheeky question. You didn't look like you were interested in singles. 4s and 6.
Yeah, it was even side boundary. Pitch was in the middle, so you could hit on both sides. And the pitch played well today, and it was a good batting track.
Congratulations, Lendl Simmons. You are the hero of the match.
Thank you.
Congrats to Lendl Simmons. Oh, he loves it. Now, the El Dorado celebration of the tournament. What a surprise. No, it's not. We've all picked you, Kevin Sinclair. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at that. Freaky. Absolutely brilliant. And the winner, collecting his 25-year-old El Dorado. I think it should be a keg, and sharing is caring. Oh, and a Guyanese man, of course, taking the El Dorado. How appropriate. Republic Bank catch of the tournament. Who does it go to? Oh, Mr. Zook himself. Sammy, did you vote for him?
Yeah, I did. I did vote for him. I was the tiebreaker, actually, Danny Morrison. We'll look at that brilliant bit of athleticism from the captain, Darren Sammy. Receives his award. Republic Bank gift card for the St. Lucia Zooks captain. So no one leaves here empty-handed. Everyone's a winner in the Hero CPL.
Marvellous performances all round. A tremendous tournament that it is, and of course with COVID times it has been behind closed doors, but the players have embraced it massively. Missing the vibe, missing the fans, sure, live, but gee, those El Dorado celebrations, outstanding. They're celebrating still, and there'll be more of them. Backflips, jiving. Alrighty, let's go down to Darren Ganga.
It's a captain's dream to win a title and to be at the forefront in terms of performances. Well, Kieran Pollard is the hero of the tournament, and that's because of the runs he's scored. 207 runs with a strike rate of 205 and at 8 wickets take. Karen, how do you respond to that?
Fantastic, Thank the Almighty, for giving me the strength each and every time to come out and, perform and, do my craft. But more importantly, I think, without the support of, my family and, friends and teammates and each and every one, it wouldn't be possible. And, this one, I think, is just more special for me. Stephen Batson, I think this one is for you. Came out and performed. We know what we're going through. But again, we came out on top.
I'm going to park your captaincy in this tournament aside and focus on you as the batsman. You showed a different level of maturity. Why is that?
Again, the last 12 to 18 months or so, I had an honest conversation with some of my teammates when we was in Dubai, and I take it upon myself, after some of the things that they said, and go back, and I had to work on some things, and I took that time, my schoolmate Darren Cruikshank, he took me and we went and we worked on some stuff that's going to improve my game that I've been missing for the last year or year and a half or so, and since then things have gone to a different level, and in terms of personally things are settling in my mind, things are going pretty alright, and it's a matter of coming out. Again, I've been playing around for a long time, and it's just a matter of trying to continue performing each and every time I step on that field.
Everyone knows Kieran Pollard for the sixes that he hit, his batting prowess. But in this tournament, you picked up 8 wickets today, 4 wickets to your team. Is there a change in your approach and really reinforcing yourself as an all-rounder?
It has been there. Some teams you play, sometimes you start with 6 and 7 bowlers, and they are main bowlers, and you just step aside and let them do their thing. And in TKR and around the Caribbean, there's youngsters coming through. You want to give them opportunities as well. At the end of the day, we're not going to play forever. So I think bowling had fell off a bit, but I always know what I can do in terms of I don't have pace, I don't have swing, I don't have seam, but try to use the angles and try to use my brain a bit, and it tends to work out more often than not. So, but again, the team needed someone to step up today with the ball. I saw Brav played, and I'm sure the conversations would have been how come he didn't bowl, but we in the team knew exactly why he didn't bowl, and that psychological advantage, just having him on the cricket field. Again, I know I had to go out and do it for the team.
Finally, your personal fitness, has that contributed towards the success that you've enjoyed with bat and ball?
Yeah, definitely. Part and parcel of it. Sometimes that's the work that goes unseen. Guys don't see that. Sometimes they watch your pages and everyone makes judgments, but sometimes you go early mornings, people don't see that, and I know the kind of work, and my family knows the kind of work and the dedication that I put in, for my fitness, because again, there's a world at my feet here. You don't want to just come and finish here. I'm 33, I've been around for a long time, but you want to be around for a longer time to see the young players grow.
Congratulations to you, Kieran Pollard, the hero, man of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and what about the 6 hitting prowess? Pollard wins the Hero Maximums race winner. 20 to him, 20 to Darren Bravo and Lendl Simmons. 101 balls for 26s. That's why he takes it, because of his strike rate of hitting maximums versus DM Bravo and L Simmons. Holy schmoly. That innings at the Queen's Park Oval, where he changed the tide for the Tridents. They were cruising, believing they thought, yep, we've got this. Pollard said, I've got other ideas. Hero Maximum winner, yeah. Sun's out, guns out. Well done, big guy. Yeah, there you go. 20 those top three, but because he got it off less balls, 101 deliveries to hit those. Extraordinary. Phillips up there too, and Lewis. But it's KP again. Dominance, and the way he turns the match on its head through that power and hitting of sixes. Simply sensational. Players in red and black, enjoying it, celebrating. Right, it's time to go back to Darren Ganga.
Indeed, and a little bit off-field, guys. This has been a trying year. We all know that because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And in Hero CPL's effort to try and change for the positive and to take away from the despair caused by that deadly virus, well, they've provided support in the form of financial contribution to those on the front line. And during the CPL, for every 6 hit, 50 US was donated, and it has raised $18,000 US. So congratulations to Hero CPL on a wonderful off-the-field initiative.
Yeah, wonderful scenes here in the 8th edition of the Hero CPL. Winners are grinners for sure. Marvellous though, at 18,000 US raised because of the sixes hit in Hero CPL 8. Rightio, I think we're ready for Ian Bishop for the presentation.
Yes, welcome to the presentation, and first of all, congratulations to the TRINBAGO Knight Riders, to the Zooks as well for getting to the finals for the very first time, and to Hero CPL for being able to carry out this tournament in the middle of this pandemic behind closed doors very successfully. The people at the ground, this facility, brilliant. So I'd like to start by asking the officials to come forward to collect their medals. Rayon King, one of the match referees. Michael Raghunath is here as well as a Dighton Butler. Gregory Brathwaite. Joel Wilson. Nigel Duguid, and of course Michael bringing things up. Without the match officials, of course this would not be possible. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much to the match officials. Now we'll invite the runners-up, the St. Lucia Zooks, led by their captain Darren Sammy, to come forward and collect their medals. Top class effort from Darren and his team. Darren will come this way. Darren, if I may just press you back, if we start specifically with today's batting effort, did you think, given the start you had, you fell short by a few?
Yeah, we thought we were about 15 to 20 runs short from the start that we had, you know, and plus we didn't completely finish our batting inning, you know. And when you played against a side like TKR, you got to make sure you at least make full use of your overs. But we still felt we had enough when we put them under pressure in the first 6 overs. But look, these guys been playing together for a while. You showed the experience showed, you know, Bravo and Simmons have played so much cricket together, and they held their nerve, they absorbed some pressure, and then they put it back on us.
From the bowling effort point of view, are there things that, in hindsight, that you feel you could have done differently?
Of course, you know, when you lose a final, there's always things going in your head that you think you could have done differently. Throughout the tournament, I've always trusted my gut feeling. Probably coming down to with 4 overs left, maybe I should have been very, you know, surer, you know, of the decision that I wanted to take. But with that said, I'm really proud of the guys, Bish. You know, the starting of the tournament, nobody thought Zooks would have been there. We've been resilient, we've showed commitment. We've played a brand of cricket that shows, you know, you don't need superstars. You know, once you are effective and you believe in your team. And these guys over there, they've done really, really well, you know, to get there for 8 years we've been trying, to get to the finals. Four other teams wish they could have been here. We were disappointed, but like I said to them in the huddle, you got to keep your head up. We were beaten by a very experienced side. We pushed them. I think all 3 games we've played, all 3 games we've played against them in the tournament, we really pushed them, and I'm really proud of them.
And what do you want the fans of the St. Lucia Zooks and the nation to understand about you and your team?
We never quit. Look, the messages that was coming through over the last few days, St. Lucia was buzzing. The fans, the Prime Minister, the whole nation was behind us. We're very disappointed, but now we've shown that if we play a brand of cricket, we could get results. And we have a core there now that if we continue to work with and bring in some experience, some different places that that could improve the team, I think we've put our hands up this tournament.
Commiserations, Darren, but again, a lot of positives. You got to the final.
Yeah, most definitely. Congratulations to Karen Pollard and his team. I really want to thank CPL, especially Michael Hall, who's on the ground here, to have cricket right now in this time. The fans miss out, but I'm pretty sure they were thoroughly entertained by watching, all the guys who took part. And we created an opportunity in the Caribbean to bring smiles to people supporting the different teams. So big up to Michael and his team, and to my coach, to my team. Thank you for the way we've turned up today. And we'll discuss. We have a lot of time to think about how we're gonna improve. And again, thank you to everyone.
Thanks to you, Darren. Thank you very much. All right, congratulations there to the Zooks on getting to the finals. Commiserations on not winning it, but now we have the winning team coming up, led by their captain, Karen Pollard. Congratulations to the TRINBAGO Knight Riders, their 4th Hero CPL Championships. They will pick their medals up as they come up. Pollard has made his choice. Karen, congratulations. How does this feel?
Great feeling. We have worked really hard, for this. Last year when we sat in that dressing room in our semi-final against Barbados, you could have seen, the disappointment in the guys and each and every one of us. And when we sat down and we decided to retain, the core of our team, and we decided to have a different plan. And we had some rigorous conversations. Obviously, a couple of players, we lost them, but we sort of replaced them. And the mentality that the guys came through, even before the camp, I think these things was destined to happen. And right through the tournament, the guys just stuck it each and every time, each and every game, wanting to improve as individuals and wanting to be the best, that they can be. And I think, this one really special because of a total team effort.
I think 75 for 8. The Zooks were restricted to in the second 10 overs. What did you guys do differently?
It's something that we spoke about just before we came onto the field. We know they're going to come hard. They were all a lot of confidence coming out of that semi-final. So, they're going to come with that. But we know, from the time we get out of that 6 overs, that's where, we have squeezed the position, and that's where we use our skill, we use the pitch, we use the size of the ground. And I think, the guys were very brilliant in that. Again, Bravo didn't bowl a ball in this game, and I'm sure the conversation would have been why. Saw his figures came up on the screen, but he had been struggling a bit, and just having him on the field there was fantastic for. But we know in the team that he wasn't going to bowl, so we had to take up the mantle and do it for the team.
This TKR team make batting conditions look different from everyone else.
I think it's because the mentality in the dressing room. I remember, one of the first meetings when, it was looking a bit dicey in terms of how the other team played on the pitch. Straight away, Dwayne and myself, shut that right down. We're not going to play, the pitch. We're not going to play the conditions. We're going to play that wrong white thing. And again, we showed the difference in our team and the rest. We were able to adapt to different scenarios. We knew each and every time that, once we set up the game, we're going to finish well. We have the power in the back of it. And, that was part and parcel of it. And having the experience of the guys right through, our batting lineup really helped. Lendl didn't score much runs in the first 4 or 5 games. You know, we stuck to him because we know what he can do. And when you're watching the back end of the tournament, look what he has achieved. You know, each and every individual who came in, you know, did their part. Young T and Webster, each and everybody. If you look at this game, you know, we didn't play Narayan, Bravo didn't bowl, Monroe, guys who have been an integral part of TKR, and we're still able to be champions because of the way that the guys, you know, believe in what we wanted to achieve.
A perfect season, TKR family. Finally, what does this mean? We know it's franchise cricket, it's not national cricket, but what do you guys feel this means to the nation and for TKR fans around the world?
You know, fantastic. You know, you want to thank all the fans, you know, for supporting us right through. It would have been a lot more brilliant if you guys, you know, were here. But we know exactly what was going on. You know, we got the opportunity, you know, to play cricket in this sort of time, whereas, you know, a lot of deaths and, you know, a lot of sickness, and it's one way we never expected. And I hope that, you know, we entertain, you know, each and every one of you, and that's exactly what we want to do. Our families who are stuck with us, you know, we being here, guys coming from abroad, right here in Trinidad in that bubble, sacrificing certain things, you know, just to come out and, you know, play cricket, I think was fantastic. You know, CPL doing a brilliant job in getting out, you know, the tournament, right? And I think it was fantastic all along. So I hope we brought smiles to the faces. We hope we entertain.
They're calling for you. I'll let you go and join your men. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What a great vibe. Yeah, they've got their hands on that trophy. Skipper's coming. There it is. Holding it aloft. TKR here in the 8th edition of the Hero CPL. Pandemic times, but I tell you what, they're going to party like it was 1999 Sammy B.
Absolutely brilliant. Their 4th Hero CPL title, and they've demonstrated their dominance throughout this tournament from the very first match all the way through to the final. Darren Bravo, DJ Bravo have been part of this setup since inception 2013, and this really goes to show the strength and the unity of this team. The brothers, the Bravo brothers, enjoying the experience in the midst of the global pandemic. Kudos to everyone involved in ensuring that we got to this stage. Champagne time, Ali Khan made his contributions at certain points in time. Everyone in that team would have had an input, and it, as McCullum mentioned, the desire, the hunger that was there from this team to make sure that they didn't slip up in 2020 as they did last year.
The vibe is so unique to the Caribbean. Sadly, no music at the venue. So they've made their own music, the players, in their dugouts, and they're set up here in season 8. Great scenes, even though behind closed doors during this pandemic. I've got to say, thanks to TNT for turning on the weather. The gods have smiled, and it's been a clear, beautiful Thursday with blue skies. Lendl Simmons, player of the match. The skipper, Kyron Pollard, player of the tournament. And the shiny new trophy, I think was first year last year, wasn't it, with the Tridents taken?
Yeah, brilliant moments. This is what you play for in sport, moments like these, championship moments. And the 2020 Hero CPL champions, the TRINBAGO Knight Riders, well led by Kyron Pollard.
Oh, let's get on it. And they are. Oh, yeah. Celebrations. They are champions of 2020 TKR. First ever perfect season. Every match they won, with the round robin of 10 on the trot, then the semi and the final. They wanted to win the dozen. The dirty dozen, and they've done it. And these two, great friends, they've been great rivals too in the IPL. They're so full on and so together.
Well, they've said it. They wanted it. They wanted this victory. And it means a lot, not only for these players, but for the Trinidad and Tobago public, everyone at home looking on at these scenes. At least in 2020, there's something to smile about, something to bring joy on the faces of the young boys and girls, the families, the parents. They are the heroes, certainly, of the Hero CPL. Every single member of this team would have made their contributions. Linda Simmons ended up as the highest run scorer, unbeaten partnership with his countryman Darren Bravo. Kyron Pollard, most sixes, the MVP of the tournament 2020, and even in the absence from some of their key players, it has been total domination from the 2020 champions, the TRINBAGO Knight Riders.
Oh, look at those teeth. Ah, big smiles all around. Good scenes, really good scenes here at the Lara Academy. So the wash up of it all with the grand finale, 154 having been put into bat by Kyron Pollard. The Zooks would have felt maybe 25-30 short, given they were 60 for 1 after the power play. Bit of a shame really, but you've got to give credit to the bowling there on the right hand side of that column with Pollard, forward Ali Khan and Hussain, and in reply TKR. To get up and look for 155, they got to 157 for 2 and only 18.1 thanks to those two titans, Simmons and Bravo. 84 not out and 58 not out respectively, and that partnership of 138, simply extraordinary and too dominant for the Zooks. They win by 8 wickets with 11 balls to spare. Great scenes. Under trying circumstances, we have got through the 8th edition of the Hero CPL. And TNT, the TRINBAGO Knight Riders, dominant again. Hope you've loved the coverage. We've loved being back here in the Caribbean. We'll do it all again very soon.
Cricket played
in the bubble.
Middled that one a long way back. Like that sort of the umpire. It's out. Scream at 500, he holds his hand aloft. It's a handful for him, 5 for Navi. Straight is the way for Pollard, which so long across his career. Pollard gone. And goes down the ground, goes big. From Darren Sammy. The TRINBAGO Knight Riders head to the final.
St. Lucia Zooks, first time they're into a final for the Hero CPL.